I've talked a lot about active listening in many of these videos. It's really about carefully listening to the specific words that our prospects are using, and using that to ask questions and relevant and powerful questions off the back of it. I wanted to share this call that was made by our newest SDR here, Connor. So to give a bit of background, this is literally a call made by Connor in his second week. He's never done sales before, and on the second week he's on the phone making cold calls, which is for me is really impressive. And actually, when you look at some of his insights in this conversation, he's having conversations that are lasting 4 minutes on a cold call. He's getting close to that kind of ideal sort of 50-50 split in his speaking versus listening ratios. And you can see that his things like his speed and pace on his calls are very, very measured. 124 words per minute, often with new salespeople who are very nervous. They're often speaking very quickly, and that is typically closer to the 200 words per minute. Wanted to play a moment of this conversation where my feedback to him was kind of where he could have really, this conversation could have gone in a different direction. He's just started talk. He's just mentioned to the prospect, given a little bit of an insight into what Refract is all about. And this is how the prospect responds.
Or computers, and then in turn, like finding the best calls, so that like you're able to see what good looks like and share that across the team.
Cool, brilliant, awesome.
Do you do that at the minute at all, or not?
We don't do that at the minute, no. I do know a few platforms like yours, and yeah, they look good. They look useful.
Do you mind me asking why you haven't chosen to use it?
No particular reason really at the moment. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
We've got 30 people in at the moment in terms of the whole company.
Yeah.
We're trying to get up to 100 by this time next year.
Right.
As you can imagine, there's a hell of a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And implementing technology at the moment it's a nice to have. It's not a necessity, let's say.
So just to play back what happened there, the prospect, after Connor had given his kind of insight, quick snapshot overview of Refract, he used emotive words like cool, great, awesome. He then went on to say, I've checked out, I've seen products like yours before, and they look really great. The question that Connor asked off the back of that was, is the reason why you haven't used one of those, why you haven't bought one of those products so far? And basically, for me, this was a question which increased resistance in the prospect. He was almost challenging the prospect when he didn't need to be challenged. And as a result, the prospect gave what I would classify as a defensive answer, almost like a false objection. He said, we've got a lot of stuff going on. We're growing the company. We're, looking to go from 30 members of staff to 100. Implementing tools and technology just hasn't been a priority right now. Actually, if you break that down, some of those things would be great reasons why someone would buy a product like ours. They're growing quickly. They're growing out the sales team. They're probably needing tools and technology to help with that skill. But the question that Connor should have asked at that specific moment in time, rather than saying, "Is there a reason why you haven't bought a product like ours so far?" is actually played on the emotive nuggets that the prospect was actually using, where he was saying, I've seen products like yours before and they look great. Is why not ask the question, you said that you've seen these products and they look great. What is it that you like about them? Or what is it that you found so interesting about these products? The answer that you're going to get off the back of asking that question is some actual genuine reasons as to why this prospect might have a strong desire to actually buy your product. they may say, well, actually, it'd be really effective if this could be used in this way, or one of the problems that we have in our business that I think this could be useful, your product could be useful is this. There can only be more good stuff that comes back off asking that question. Again, this really comes down to those emotive nuggets that prospects use, and as soon as they use them, it's important for us to really ask the why behind them using those specific words and phrases. And I feel that as a result, this conversation could well have had a different outcome. But all in all, big kudos to Connor in his second week, having conversations like this, being able to challenge, ask questions, and ultimately have conversations, not just pitch at product customers.